All right, that's with the topic I will discuss, but even the carrier of the message, Nankasa, guilty. Let's all wash ourselves clean. The Okuta Sem Nankasa, or no crouch seminar. I don't know why we think we are making progress. You know. So no Koreanka. Inti Oba comma. No mu conform no crown put you and can say because I can't training them. The phone son ya na betu and sunny and we are pretending that this is the first time is in trending a church because of how we treat ourselves. Ti young home so na to say baby dunya be a fresh page so that we can all have and over you be our organ ha kosochi abavu for bonso bet you be our organ and a team says I need it here. Why are we pretending? And I've said this several times that Aban we pa o don tena so for the next 20 years. Obesisa. So the people in the Naban mu no almost ba they will pay the price for it. And that's not how we manage a country. Because whoever system is there, it's so unfortunate. Very uncalled for. Hey, na any Ghana na e be wish say president bin fa buem share nkosho from say gbubra no.
Can you imagine? No for so better the bebre.
Why? If it's good, we want to regulate the front. There should be an insider check. It should start from even the people who want to regulate the space. But abaya na muntu a otu no. He na muntu e papa. Ye nyina ye hwe ni ye. You say none there it suits us. We are wearing one of the nicest cap. Tomorrow, itibe muaka credit cap being high. And you who the cap fit to. All of us, the cap fit us. Because I wish that I don't do a program and then they all can be able to us. I say we are learning something because even in the midst of Asama to you know, aftermath, the among yourself for the Ghana for the Yashas, it's Sebi, a year near Bushian Mano. Onyame akukuduru ankotomo no onyame nam ye ne na kwanchiri bi ankotomo so also be rely on Ghana for a legacy that your dad, your uncle, your breadwinner died for. Pacho yapa ba meka chompacho pacho. We are in a country where urologists from Yensa omohwere omo nka Accra Kumasi Road ebesi ne Accra Kumasi Road. We are still talking about it and we say that for what politics in Tino, nobody should talk about it. ABC ne, and they be ada me call back. Kokase, yeah, kura yanku suku ayen we intem no. 1989 and we from 5. Accra Kumasi Road. Eku urologist form. Eku nipa etitiru. Alhaji Kojo Mama Accra Kumasi Road. NDC chairman Bravo. Acho Accra Kumasi Road. Grind. Minka bushaya. Ye watachima classic 18 akwashe kasi. Say, can you imagine? See, look at even Edi Amabo Ama Honorable Awusuniti. Alhaji Kojo Mama said one of the strongest pillars of NDC in Bravo then. In fact, in the NDC as a party, see, sometimes you know, you can say Bia. At the end, you said that unfortunately, an party I was so sabre. You boss and common. Oh, yeah, dear, whenever since you will suffer the bruises a bit. But ojina kuma pempa dia. So what I say, ebe boy nyina, but ene o kanu kra no na afi de obi no asori kra mo ginegina betri so. Almost everybody now is looking for ade any kwa say Ghana first year body kra or the behihye no. Etu akopie schools. Second akopie schools. Ankura say Ghana nipa mapanama na osi obo no since when as abambo no kwasa say be part of your vocabulary obo ho ban be call police soldier o man nem funso bi antoko bi ansi na etuo hihye o na say na no na pose for a random check na me de keke but how long can they sustain it obuchi wa no ma mo asi african no o ma search uni pedia search can ties at say nyina ba o mo ntimi nyen kosi ba bia so misre if you have become hey, and yet then all shots yako, and then I may shots yaka. Mr. Especially to the NDC. A chitafono, one say, your sector minister near Bemu Pevu to Sana Mono. Monya careful because mo man ye dem mo bra mo so mo dem mo be kwakọ for sase ye kan wo hu ana de be kine NDC ni bi so akọ kan de ni kwase ye kakra no de ya allow space na say ye hu ya say ante na okọ e ba sa there then it's no rule of law again no it's rule of obi ni emotions how he feels. If today is Kwesi and Kwesi is perceived to be a CPP NPP member and he's been arrested, tomorrow when is the ruling government member? Do we have that political courage to effect the arrest and go the style that we have been going with ordinary people? And then bubu doors you know. A bubu doors and then can find you say you are no kasa the churo keke. When here minister cross over catcho untiti we fee the Ghana identity. Party be out don't be anywhere as so say be di atem be di tro be kan sema untimi fra hontoma. Party be any ho but party crona sasha efwa so e ma yes ade parties ni na Ghana ni etwa vigilante ya hye vigilante mra so bia o yes so afo dodo na na say chief executive no omo ehyen a won edi say adwuma na etim na minister na nkazo team na ba kire bo eguna bibiri be oba kire bo. Let us remember you with the legacy that you left behind and you pa obeye it ye bold ye say we dey owo ha dey na ene Ghana gusubo kwasibo twedin kusubo baru edudin why exceptional leadership qualities exceptional okwa aban dada ni ma atwam danse okwa akufu ado abema exceptional leaders be on ministers be all very exceptional they be adam ye pen makobo state house and gentleman na ho ijane dum or the virus say opeje amukura kudu baby kura Ghana publishing very na dum kura abrante bi so the asante say why or opeje mu honum so many examples. If you come to this administration they be me anka say me krom need shim free da erikopo me yin free and other people almost almost demonstrating say Ghana 19 omanya kwenya under his excellency John Dramani Mahama. Mr. From the president himself to the last person of this country, let us unite in purpose to rally behind the Ghana flag. Nayantia says if there is no Ghana, there can't be MPP or NDC. Again, if you hold political office, and now you're Centuroni, and now you're Dredini, and now you're minor, or you're trotro driver, Obia should partake positively towards the development of Ghana. And there was a few man quite Obata on over in and from Conde and Basuku Nan and the Bapo with Dion Semna, the Cacrebi or the Bewes and the same look on the baby. But I feel a mean ba. How should your mamma name His Excellency? Who should the name say ya na okika? No, I should not do any say no okika. And nay, he found the other buy anti Ubunya social media quenya. Who share on my hand of Nasante, one in the yard, the submissions were everywhere. Who show my na, what shall was enough for the tea, Abua, Omame, Usewa, Ofa, now I can send now why a tough champion is what you make it actually on my hand.
Yeah, Bonabaso.
Bonabaso. No, my intiminka, no, my inequality, the inequality at Nina, no, our career. Across the Gamai. Una bibia na we gangaria we oba no any ko what the attempt the trust to tram kontompo atonko force asema that doctor ne forum member di no afiam patch we be ahoma for the next 10 minutes. I think that we should encourage such conversations because the ebe kom nyina no government shuts down radio. Government is mourning. Helicopter crash. Have set up a fund. But Makacho, if the basics, the fundamentals is not stronger, we can baby. Usisu ebebuagu.
Ebebuagu.
Usisu super. And then be our pillars in your papa biano. The moment I will see it, you know. Remember half a post in our bonabas. You couldn't post when you were bonabas.
Oh, okay.
Remember so.
And the phone number into home 0302117017027037037040 03022117017027037004. Me hu se nkofo bebre appreciate na discussion na ye no da boat baby a wonyame show Dr. Ejeni Boatin nyame nya okese pa na sie nyina ye ni se ya ke be koyanim bebre ye first caller wa homa no so me do fo no pay ye mo ache
na wo ho ti say
awurade adom ye nkwa enne wada wo ma free hin na yenti o
me free sunya na ye free me to park
okay acha yeti o
one asema wo kin afri ya politicians mu on say ye ni media for no kwanya ye fa so ye ni media for kasa no sa payo no enne di sansusu ye we ba no on say omanyin ti wo de bia asema enye no opan moka but who do station ni go to different station masa wa wure be ho entino ye be sre media for no mo ankasa se mutimi e kan ya mesem se de bia na wunua no me se wutimi bia TV station bi nsem o mo be kafa mampanyin ana se mampanyin dada ho no masa wo si be fin
yeda se
bidonyame
yeda se yemfa same waso same yemu ache mu akwaba
me jo so nya ba fi abacha ti sai
adom na dom ye hina free papa
afia wo nya ba ma ba ko pesu abeti fi
okay
family yo afia ma me fa fi bieso na me nchia onabo brancha mpo abeti fi MP yankopon ye de onka no ho e no ho ye campaign mani nyina yankopon yiro bia e no ne onua komna nso
oh the line ko kwabna mensa na kwame mensa woso kwame no pay ye moache mu akwaba pacha one no wo fompa ma muso kakra kwame tie no ho ayi TV no so dia e be ha yen kakra odaro ma yen nin komo wo phone so okay nti no me say yenya nti kwabna yem fancy ha
okay so that's it be see afia and thank you mo nya kwan o ma friend dem ase. It means that it's worrying, it's troubling. This is the time for us to speak out against Adiesia Ojidise Enyene Kwasun. Be a proud Ghanaian, be a proud Ahafonian, be a proud Bono person and Bono East person. I'm always particular about these regions because yempe de debia ensem fata mfamputu biamba ewo ye Bono ye Hafu and ye Bono East and all other regions. All other regions. Unibia be an advocate for your region. Say the esefata ye ni munyamni eye ye yoni nkunimdie ni prepare yoni abrabo etini sefata no. Because in the midst of all what we want to do, if we don't shape the thoughts and the minds of the citizens, it will be difficult. We'll be assuming political offices, so now the mindset, you know, and geared towards seeing all of us as one and ensuring the fairness, and the objectivity all of us will be sinking, and it's one boat called Ghana. If you're a journalist or a broadcaster, and yours is to blackmail and character assassinate and to destroy, and what they call as agenda setting, that's the biggest challenge we have. Be your NDC, be your MPP, nobody challenges you with that. But when the conversations are on and you have the microphone on, the fact that you are MPP and NDC should not change or focus in terms of idea and the it's important. If we are journalists now we NDC, we be say enya papa obwa. We are journalists now we MPP, we be say we enya papa obwa. The here na say bribia obenya akwanya. Na obe gina microphone anim no. O de MPP no NDC sem no to nche. O kan say dey sit na o call party for mu a Wakokase we de antwa yi and the munkudi party come. Nobody cares. But for all of us to consume, we need to start becoming honest to ourselves. We need to be very truthful to ourselves. Ya kikani de bia sa asi edi agro, kikani de bia sa asi edi agro. O kika dampa na is o kika ba ade bi no. Bribia ya kase bia na se ya fa normal. Makacho, this is the only country where abnormalities become normal. Driver parking kwa fifi na wonu kacho say ifan na passenger phone so back him ebe fa car no aye normal di babia driver betima park police station nim kra no park kwan nim fifi na police force e de car fa hoko na obi eyi fa hoko na driver no je so comfortable ekuro wen kwa na nioma eni kwan se esi ukoye dwaso a ubohu ya si ayi fresh akoko ni akofa sudi color red red apete nti e she fridge na e so ne sa. Nobody cares. Ekro wenkwa no be edi akukuduro di bone. Otimi gina camera nim no we twa ko be bia organa ani wiase se mimi tu galam say na nadu anase joma ma opa bra obeti di bi si wa ogina ho je so ogina ho ka kire o ka kire o nti ehu bia ni obiem ehu ni obiem. Everybody is compromising. All professionals are compromising from A to Z. Doctors are compromising. People at the public service, they are compromising. Journalists are compromising. Asofu, they are compromising. Businessmen are compromising. Those who are even our gatekeepers, customs and all, everybody is compromising. So please, it's important. Very, very important. Very, very important that very encouraging, very, very, very important. Dr. Ezekiel Akwa. Na ohoye.
Yes, so nyame Adom na so.
Bibi ay come.
That's it.
We doctor, they be able to encourage you more. Say, the we be ada hu, the party be say city ne, awmaso we mu tutu abasiri de bia we say, we di penny. I was to that. Remember you always say Akwa. My dog can say we na favorite. Bibi ay come.
Nyame Adom bibi aboko.
Dog we make be bra kire because you feel you know, who na one yeah, we hwe nipa say ya nipa no okoba na.
People die for less. Let me put it that way. Say bibi kitwa obe hunu sebe obe kan say o we de ade ayi hunu dada nti ehu bia ni ho in the end and unfortunately na emergencies can set in at any point in time na why nyame de a typical example lady bia we share no buy ya or na wo coffee and you could try X-ray. To make sure you're not pneumonia kakra. To now the symptoms no are very bad. Now my man is short of steroid, and I did antibiotics can. So now my pon on upper. Me coffee I'm a bad the following day, but she was walking up and down, and I'm so me didn't crack me you do for until me she won't come through a drone. Yes, X-ray. My pon for that day too. Me call by the following day. I say she's gone. Ooh, just like that. So it tells us that anything at all can happen. You are in charge of your health, but on kwano de when yanko ponsem. Nti ahomaso ne kokoti no sebi. Eya na yeda tonchen. So I like the prelude. Oh yeah. Says about the impact you make. Say ochenebi na unihwa din be na yebebo. Now you mentioned a couple of names. They are standing out. Personally, for me, Honorable Kwajo Banredo.
Yeah.
Now, you saw, I think primary school thereabouts. And you're saying and can't say there's a finance minister. Anytime I kind budget be a nice or minor niaje, they just want to see him. And it's not for nothing. So we are now MPP, so and all minor kind say Banredo memorial lectures. Now we can speak same of former President Mills. Say Ghana for man, the tag as me and couple of other leaders, President Kufuor, Omabitremu. Now they are very recently mean yet politics, but I sure Dr. Baumia, the way or no mind na morning na oko ubia fie na the memorial year State House na Dr. Baumia na mu na wo hwe say o de Ghana and Edi Juma and yet personal political sentiment. And you say then it shows that at least they can only be IEB and current leaders and so AEB. And see yeah in Mabnon in particular. Sebi. You say opinion obianye bida. Na enye akwalanti and so be who hawa be to but in the field of our work there, sebi, we see a lot of things. Those who come very young, 22-year-old with kidney failure, and you ask yourself, say, 22 years with kidney failure, the BPs, the NAM, the BR, now, the drobia no high manner, BPs no ever form. And unfortunately, he also passed. And these are some of the traumas. Yeah, he leave you with us as medical practitioners. Because you look at a young, vibrant man, 22 years, with kidney failure, and then you ask yourself, you question yourself, I mean a lot. Last week near CA, near Bisa Juan say Bebe, Ninachi, Sebi, coin. yeah kwaba and I was on Good Morning Ghana. Now experts be afraid in to contribute to the discussions because now your opinions now your man very guesswork, but he analyzed the situation and from what he said, I say by 10:30 now crash had already taken place. Until the time I until and looking at the time they left, within 15 minutes they were off radar. Within 15 minutes, so maximum by 10:30. Now the gallant 8 men were already gone. Time I until 1-2 thereabouts. Now it's even an aftermath. Until who how I bet to you and I'm my political powers and get it too much into us.
All right, Doc, with the CP, Honorable Stuttgart, you continue to demonstrate what we need in our body politics. Very moderate, very measured, very firm. You know, the love for your party NDC, you cannot compromise on any day, but it doesn't blind you, you know, from the realities of the situation. You know, we are proud of you, honestly. Bono East Ahafo, we are so proud of you. Because say you're members of parliament, you know, more not to slight anybody, I beg, please. Obitim this our force, no, any cano, a pia the for agenda. Yeah. We can go higher than where we find ourselves now. Near Jai, San to Kwan kitting, brown half na I can't yashe. Maybe we only have about 2 years after GH Mensa and Usu a champon, that's Brekum, a Greek minister, and this way back. And Munufi, Monet, few people be few, few, Alaji Kojo Mama, few people. And these are the offsprings. This is a Jao Mosani and supporter my you.
And my name, so
and then we have
current chairman general.
Now I'm saying that we have 3 major people holding the fort for us. The chairman general the chairman for the NDC, the presidential hopeful for the NDC, a Greek minister now, Eric Opoku, and then our wisdom port continues to be Alaji Collins Dauda. 3 major. So we cannot toy with some of these things. The brown enclave na make wasem. Timisre mo amadaroma. Yensu ehu adepa yehu ni ntem. Because we know what the impact of GH Mensa, Usu Champon, Munufi, Alaji Kojo, Mamamo, and others be and Pamchoy mankind. We know the impact on the region. Oh, your battle, a better Janka, a better waiting, what's waiting with Nipem. Timisre, Brown for let's unite. There's Bono Eastern Afro, but let's unite. I still call it Bronga. I am free and united. Kuruma United, businessmen or women United, Alexi Boamumian Kikambum Nayim Pia, the card of Bronga Afro. It's so important. Okay, Kwaba.
Senior, very good morning to you. Now, Minchia, TFO, talking about Bron Ahafo. I'm the Obo Ura Kojomama Adams. Meaning, say, Ura Kojomama Adams, na Bono Ahafo mine any NDC as a party, a war, and his idea will be maybe a term say he would one day become president. He was such a powerful force. Colossal.
Strong guy.
Na NDC, ya chance on dear no cra, ye the year, Jumano, ye chiniye, then a callous. He is credited, say, on the idea by. And he is such a revered figure. Now, you can't NDC as a political party. Wawaboso, a free. In fact, the first co-chair for the NDC, Munufi was chairman, national chairman, co-chair of the party. Mama Adams, when he was chair for Brunhafo region, such a powerful figure. He received 17 years as general secretary and now chairman. Collins Dauda, you know, he's seen it all since 1992, apart from 2000, 2004, or Jena Homeka bounce so back. So we have all the men. Mejidise Omonso Ejo Mark. Normally talking about a man for Asia Mark. Now no me amiko Ahafo region. Kenya number 1. na yewo opanyia officer commanding the Kenya State Police Training School. Menano kushia na police adwuma no omai yebeti omo ho nsem a na da bia ye nsem a ye kan police fo agebre police fo ayese police fo ayese ba de mi ko hunu wo Kenya State Police Training School. I mean to me pass overall judgment is and say mean chiho de bia, but what I saw on that day gives me hope. Say I mean the future is very good. The leadership at the training school, led by Chief Superintendent Samuel Omane Enim. It was a passing out ceremony.
Samuel Omane Enim, Chief Superintendent.
He is the officer commanding the training school. And his team, the teamwork, dedication, commitment to duty, and level of professionalism and organization, superb. It was a passing out for a year 304 community police assistants and and I had the honor to be one of the guests, and I had opportunity to speak at that ceremony. Said ye or more organized or more juma comportment. Na said you more training and kwarana eba out. I was highly impressed. So on my main for video so now me more Chief Superintendent yes some more money any staff work training school Abaso. Number of people they training day in day out. It is police training school, but for the community assistance, whether fire service, whether police, constantly. If you on Friday, last Sunday another batch, they are very busy working to train these people into our communities to assist. Na mention for akwenye so why director Yura Malik Basentele, Chief Executive. Collaborations are what built with institutions, and President Mahama initiative for Abbas say, oh my, until now, community police assistants here form training or more security training, and the contract is 2 years. After 2 years, then they during
the previous administration, I had that chance. Me catch IGP, me catch those who matter. Me shall hear this conversation on radio. Say, Ubi Kojisa security entity or throw statement now.
Yes, they are in committee.
Part of the security detailing now.
After 2 years, President Mahama has reviewed that policy, and now policy ne say omo fan tete mu abeye community police assistants. Recruitment into regular police. They will give preference to them.
Of course.
And in fact, now at the graduation ceremony, it was made clear, saying, Korana graduating, and a minimum of 70% of them. So, it do next recruitment, more pass it through CPA training. Money be can and sana we are because yafa.
If they right
exactly, I'm telling you. And they've had all the techniques, security. So Ujayo mo begumo ebi betumi akoye armed robbers. All manner of things. So
honestly,
this is the.
But it's not out there. It's policy. Out there.
Oh yeah, last Friday, Mikra as a member of parliament, I wasn't aware when I attended the ceremony and the address of the chief executive buyer, and obe make it clear. That is why I'm using this platform. In the enquiry na mo person mo go into security agencies, various of them. No. This is the platform. I
think it's a collaboration between YE and the agencies.
Agencies, yeah. So that is what happened. Now, on the program itself, 304 graduates on the day. And I'm very excited to announce, to say, the best graduating recruit academics. Omoma 2 awards. You were best for drills. That is who are training.
So those are the pictures.
Exactly. So that lady, it was a lady who emerged as the best picture now about first. I think Zoba back.
Obano.
Yes, I had the honor to present
community police
community the best recruit in terms of academics, scoring 90% of their final exams.
Look at this.
And she's from my hometown as well. Jene. So I had to fly all the way.
Now, no, we are so much far.
So it was a well-organized program.
Now, the minister by
Minister by Omunyina by na baso. Training school na baso.
That's so nice.
Another batch echo Sunday. And during graduation I will surely be there to take part in those
so let
events.
me take this opportunity to also just tell everybody, party followers may benefiting more, others may benefiting more, no problem. Why you for the Shabia Bam, Patrick join fast. It's so important. You know, it's important that you also take advantage. Meant ne feel the beer and your man fata. One unique opportunity na bisiana 90%.
90%. And I'm very confident say recruitment into the regular service. Na recommendation based on the performance as a CPA, the track record. And the commander spoke highly of her and other recruits are pass out on the day. And I think it's a very good initiative that we should all support.
Okay, Doc, yes, bringing to know, maybe you have a special conversation you want to have with Ghanaians. You've observed the space. What trend be? Uti and Komobi, maybe. Would you say it's worth sharing so that we can all have our inputs now for your
I thought we were going to dwell on the topics that.
Absolutely no problem. If you still want to go by it.
But one worrying trend, I believe, only your sister, more Kasafa, the social media impact and the stance Honorable Abain are taking. Now, the party, the honorable party, the government of Ghana.
Yeah,
buying an honorable party. I think. I'm paying for the boom. I say, Tribia Usrayana. It's the NDC benefiting heavily social media abuse. And I mean, you can't anyone very conversant with social media and the kind of issues are a bar up, especially last year. The kind of words your tomane amanyofo in the MPP, from the president to the least person. Emma a home spillover, crampo call ahemfo. Any attitude be so, ewo maimu. They were all on social media. And the NDC was praising individuals. Sebi, oba kan sembia be gu attitude be efi. And they were happy about it. Yes, show mukutupa. Se mon koso na monye ni amoye esa so mo twitwa nkrofo tintino ene omo ko da na omo da hwa ye yape
omushu
na omo ye mo hihye omo otherwise ye hu what is happening ene say obi say me ye program on social media and obi aba as a guest say me ti hai na maka asem na you are not comfortable with it representing your media house o ka kire me say mentwen sign na mantwen sign. And I say you dissociate yourself from the commenter, then if any rippling effect be bad, despite the disclaimer why issue, what distance and your media house, then they still come for you. It's difficult to understand. Into your fancy comedy, the only reason why yako fano and say on can't asemwa ebema abandon yaje. That's the only reason. Otherwise, the statement in tia say yako fano. It's not emanating from him directly. And he even asked the person, say, oh, I mean, what do you mean? I mean, garnish nyakane kakra. On his own live show or yeah. But ene, onona yako cheno. Mi nuya se Obama pokwase. Yahoo pictures. Say ya bu na pono ako nifie ako fano se sebe or ya arm robber. Me kwa miti ya kwa meju say bia mi nuya no. Sebi helicopter crash or search. That's what I thought. I don't know why you be ko ambushi obi fie ascend the doors na ya ko inside the way ya say Obama pokwase and now homachi. And it's all because honorable and near ma mo share trade benefit heavily Now people are giving you a taste of your own medicine. And even this time round, they are speaking to issues. And you find yourself wanting. Sebi, and Kaoba ye send honorable eka, say community police, obi, ako graduate, a lady, ye bomb ma baso, na ye share a full crime, say ye fire honye such interventions, a bomb baso. Sebi, enka uye ni ya, enka wanimunte. The promise you gave Ghanaians, as a Ghana for a top kenke at 5 cities. In 2 bar, you will make it 1 city. Now, and then I could do 7 city. About 1 city, I can have a basso. So now we hear politics with dollar. I now buy your pushes can to the system. Now dollar bar down. Now still, I just before jumping from one media house to the other. And soon, say ye nya dollar and koto and near man farmer or my mono. And cow ye ni ya and Kawani Betty and Ghanaians will praise you. Boshe I am my edit and up danko kufa do crab. Eso mampani ni feature pe e wo chebi ne dan echi ye tu galamsey wo ho na ekufu ado ne na ne nkrofo ehye galamsey mu gidi aye de galamsey hu nso fi edware ekufu ado now ma promise ese wo ba within 1 month you end galamsey. Now all that it took was that the president then Anado was in charge, or the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and it's a matter of giving an order. Those were the worst, direct worst of the NDC. Now, Akufo-Addo ma order within 2 weeks, you better end the Galamsey. So Ghanaians should vote for the NDC, and they promise Ghanaians within 1 month, Galamsey will end. And the TUC, NECA, it's not even emanating from the MPP. SC Galamsey is all-time worst. We've seen NDC party chairmen, they are fighting the military. Because military is going there to stop Galamsey. And Kauye Galamsey no, stop Galamsey, and then Kababo Abaso. 1 year, according to your promise. And Nagana for Eka, Nagana for Kokanya was the Bue Matukwapai, until we are arresting anyone that will give any dissenting views in this country. You did a lot of politics, disgraced a lot of people. Nanka we thought say you were going to be accommodating. Nanka Ghana for say views support. Now, Obonyo Soa, you would even come and respond. Akufo-Addo, ye nanti Ghana street so. Etonyom, ese Nyankopon kuno. Akufo-Addo ankasa. Wama obi po anko tete obi danchi. Wama obi anko bisa obi a question. Say, hey, Bema, ye nam street so a ye kasi Nyankopon kun Akufo-Addo now can hu bipo. Ansi. And ye very recent. And the video of people chanting, say Akufo-Addo Nyankopon kunu no. And yet very recent issues are, and Kagana for be because the MPP and the government then did not see it to be a big deal. Because after all, it was a political season, and people wanted to score political points. Dr. Baumia, the same street, Nyankopon kun Dr. Baumia. Dr. Baumia can ye transfer to Neso, as a Haptel, a privately owned company, Dr. Baumia dear. Inti juma dia umbedi wa maimu bia faso bia ebano Dr. Baumia die. It took the same NDC functionaries, appointees to go at Haptel program to go and commend Haptel. Esi mu di juma pa ama wa maino na a private company. Ya can't go Dr. Baumia hufi. But wa meka one day kasi yenkwachi obi because of wakanse mo a enye no kre. Ye wa ha se na wo kan yin. Aye minu anti no kan ya den kakra. And I was in a radio so a media person. A catcher Nyankopon say you could find the Cotina play beer, ya high Eda man, so would you quiet Nyankopon play no more form. The president, people were wishing his death as the commander-in-chief and #1 gentleman of the state. People outwardly were wishing for his death. And they did not hide their bias. And then people are giving dissenting views. Into abandonance, and NDC said, arresting people in Rambo style, media men are asking questions, yet they yell. And it's so perplexing. So you ask yourself, are we back into the days of military rule? Because it's even worse than military rule. To be a Democrat, yet exhibit tendencies of autocratic leadership is even worse. And Kawo Mayu who say you're autocrat. Now tyranny is your way of governance. And Kaibeti say, but to portray yourself as a government that believes in democracy, yet exhibit signs and tendencies of autocratic leadership, it will not augur well for your governance as a country. No one obia ni ho asebi obehye obi echi na wafo so se kodi opani bi atem. Ebasa now you are losing the Ghanaian society culture na ewo your mind. Ko opani die. Yeso no say opani ba na wo tika mupo wo tue sika together with him. Wo sika no nso anche opani no. But the moment we hu opani no oka nim no, wo sorry ma no. E kire buo ni tete ya ye de ma yen as Ghanaian children and the sense of community and certain orientation yenyaye as our mind into obi bia whether in MPP or in NDC. I will be sorry, I will be di omampani bia atem. Sebe Nyankopon appointing no. Ama nipa ato ne so aba. Abedi yenim na wugu ne ho fi ka ensem a ensem fata etro omampani bia irrespective of the political party no there. Wrong and we shouldn't condone it at any point in time. But yen to me nkoshe ebi mochi because ye pe political power na ye gun krofo hu fi aka nsem a ennim a kire wo na ye benya power ne dia obi ka so ne ye nya adwen dia yen koso na homache yen koso na nopa yen koso na ewia na yen kire wo ho powerless because yenim se ye be ya ade a mobonyo so yenim se ya hye mobo and yen to me ni so mo 24-hour economy ya mo se me kofa aba na is the game changer and every Ghanaian youth pay juma benya juma ye na mo amko ye mo policy document on 24-hour economy. Now there is no such thing as shift 333 or 111 be employ Ghana for. Now you need to say to me realize it the so-called 24-hour economy. Ye home billboard see be Ghana for mabuno juma ye. Ye to me realizing tino. Ye person mo kantino and ye obi eko make the least mistake or committing in any slightest way. The security agencies will be visited harshly on the person to deter others from speaking out. Clearly, that's the rule. Now, they say, and 1 week exactly after the people, irrespective of the political colors, they be who am so a hero because they died in the course of public duty. Now, and 1 week, and kaye bet na se, nanka yebe fa papers. Na yebe shia, ni yebe di yejuma, ni yebe kayensem ache Ghana for. Nanka yebe ko revisit the memories of the fallen eight ministers, service people, government appointees who died in the course of their duty. Exactly 1 week of their passing. And your opposition nipo and they set that agenda for their memories not to be discussed on the platform. It is the same party and government and Krofo way almost trace route to aside the service people. And the issues are bad. Exactly 1 week of their passing. And Krofo the Rambo style. Ako bu omo dan. Ako arrest them for whatever crime ayenim and who assembly eka. So the government is not even setting the pace for us to even remember the fallen heroes exactly 1 week after their passing. It's the politics as usual, even when their own is gone. Even when their own is gone. This is what we are discussing exactly 1 week after their passing.
Back to na wabwa after your specific mentions of the 24-hour. Maybe you've also not followed keenly. And I wouldn't fault you that much. But we'll discuss that bit.
Okay, no problem.
And the inroads be or won't make.
Oh, no problem.
In terms of that.
We will calm down.
Senior, I'm saying, Banaiboy, this is the first time Manya Kwenya about show so. Tinaya na watch the Mimfa Kwenya so na pay glowing tribute to our fallen heroes. You know, say Dr. Mutala is a Sunyana boy. Oh yeah, it's not Sinti. It's a very and at the in Parliament, my committee, a environment committee, science and technology. I'm a server also. In the ministry, you oversight. So you're very close working relations. Dr. Banebuama in particular, you should data-driven strategy. A map out become West say a constituency. Bono, he invited me to Accra on 5 different occasions, one-on-one, how to Mwenbekum West, and it worked. So we have very good relationship. Ne yempenyin fo a e ka ho nyina nti me fa akwanyen so na mama abusuan no yakọ ama eye Ghana fo nyina yakọ na ya bọ mpa ye se sa to ye nchem no ebi ensi biem. Oman me fa baby adok fa ye na nka me pese me ko different angle, but I think it's a very important issue as ye ka ho asem. As a journalist myself and as a fierce advocate for free speech, time bia my position on matter and say, ye mama for kwan no bia and canadwene said your pay. In fact, on my own share ye dark faces of ye Ghana after independence, that there was only one media house, a GBC. And people who were angered, people who had issues about governance, there were no outlets for ventilation. And the pilot up na explode in the form of coup d'etat. And Ghana ni bi anya kwan kanadwene a ya de eboa mo man no etumpon. So I'm a fierce defender of free speech. That should be established. Two, another in China. Ye nya kwan say ye beka ya dwen no so na say ye hwe say de ye ka no emfo how emro man na am President Mahama in particular unim the level of tolerance about say ye criticizing her. I mean everybody knows. In fact, the fierce critics in the media are his friends. He will meet you, smile, shake hands and move on. And to describe President Mahama as a dictator, tyranny, and all those, I think the dog.
Or say the semblance.
No, you said you used those. Also, why?
Yet, say
tyranny,
it's not him per se. I said the government.
If you are withdrawing,
no.
If you are correcting it, fine. But I want to tell you,
or say the qualities are more displayed. If you are told them that this is who you are.
Oh my, name say why you under various presidents, and you know. President Mahama,
person.
I mean, the tolerance level,
of course,
the relationship.
I testify.
In fact, within the party, there are some people who criticize him fiercely. Some people who are openly against him, people who have shown animosity, they were open up near the end. There are people, so he's not the type. Let us establish that.
So just suppose that what you are saying.
Then you move into normal yeka. I want to focus more on education. But Dr. Ankasabeji Atum said, to say that now, okay, my minion is a show we so. Ubemu Biat na haka said, Ubekum President Mahama, the work good. So, can I drive well to say, oh yeah, if you are hosting a program,
I'm out him that.
Now, be quiet. Disclaimer doesn't change anything. No money panic can be an where you should disclaimer, it doesn't change anything. I'm a journalist, so I want to.
We have
probably
to a point where disclaimers are nothing again.
Restrict. If the person is not ready, you may have to even
push the person away.
Push the person out of the
the consequences you also bear.
And to go to that extreme, you won't endorse. You are not speaking like that. So why are you endorsing Ubia or Kasasa? Now, what people don't know,
but also the Kasa shame smart or endorse the journalists are born.
But Okasa Yetata Mamfu. You will not do it. You are not condemning.
Oh, I condemned it.
Okay. So, for purposes of education, Sadi way Nipado do on any. In fact, President Kufuor did a wonderful job. In fact, Oshe Embra or Passe ya Oyi media criminal libel or freehold or be free so on the 6th January 2009, a day to handing over to President Mills, who signed into law Electronic Communications Act 2008. Act 775. In fact, it was assented on the 6th January. The time no sign passe that law na The object of that law is to provide for regulation of electronic communications, the regulation of broadcasting and the use of electromagnetic spectrum and for related matters. For the purpose of this, member amount for SC clause 76(1) of this act. It is very important. False communications. A person who by means of electronic communication service, so social media inclusive, radio, television, this one does not affect newspaper print. That's the Act 775. A person who by means of electronic communication service knowingly sends a communication which is false or misleading and likely to prejudice the efficiency of life-saving service or to endanger the safety of any person, ship, aircraft, vessel, or vehicle commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 3,000 penalty units or to a term of imprisonment of not more than 5 years. And it goes further. A person is taken to know that the communication is false or misleading if that person did not take reasonable steps to find out whether the communication was false, misleading, reckless, or fraudulent. The actually say through any electronic means, say a social media, WhatsApp camera, and now so be ascending audio, pictures, I post. Not sa post to know endanger life, a threaten society, say a threaten aircraft ship, near the work committee offense. Who bet me them 5 years and I been fine. Now 76, 2 no. Say obi send the post and I who be now offer where they are and yet defense. And was we are taking reasonable steps. Even you now hear the author of it. You should take reasonable steps to find out whether that information is false or misleading. To ascertain. So one yes, I had to ascertain whether it was false, misleading. Now offer where they are and also what committee offense ube to me I could prison for 5 years. The American question say o mine. And there you know said the internet a boama yedi edwuma. Nipa no bebre so camera si omo anim e de ye post audio videos ne ade ne bebre enim se nativity na all ye no can be offensive. Unima there is a law act passed since 2009. Now the ehunu say forward the no na ehunu say ye nude pictures ne ade nude videos uhu internet na o forward obi asend the amount na wa forward the kwa you can equally be charged because we are complicit in spreading that information. In the best way, say as much as say you work when you say you be kaya dwene, you be chere ya dwene, you be speak it through to power. You're very measured in our language. We should be very temperate. On my enemy can I mean hardly so be who say obi bo do say okasa you sometimes you are very forceful in your argument and sometimes your criticism pierce like an arrow, but at the end of the day you use right language.
I think we should all be responsible.
So let us be very responsible. In fact,
maybe a Dr. Freeman say you're careful now apply only one is suits us. But you agree with me, sir. I have been very consistent with this position. Of course.
I have been very consistent. So in the past, Doc, it's AB and then the
I mean,
on my senior there, we've been in this for very long.
Yeah,
I don't shift goalposts. And I have been very critical
before the show.
I've been very critical in the past. People are from even within my own party. Now, Omo use in certain words. That has not been my style. That has not been my choice. And I don't think, say, idea. So in the past, I condemn, and then I'm condemning in no uncertain terms. And the best my attribution chairman SE. People dying, I mean, on line of duty. You may be a medical officer, so you're a doctor. So but they be out here now for but who hospital, accidents, it's something different
we see them.
when
we
you are
them, yes.
saving people.
Yes.
And the way you're best. And yeah, man, you say, and yeah, about personal issues. You may have personal issues with because I'm more free to say you're on your strap. For be cool, be your body personally. But this, not you, people out there.
Okay.
This is the time I was a sober reflection.
Okay.
United as a country.
Okay.
Now, your bomb payers as a to range and nubi. It's intimacy. Say, Casabi to say,
We should not encourage it. So let me count down quickly with the winner for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Winner for today is number 0249-001 star 0249-001 star. Na what to me and your 1,000 cities. Ucha now what dial star 281 hash. What select option 4? You are the winner because you try. Tikado do be a would trebiano, a bit me afar. Doc Medasi, or Medasi, but
I won't tell me 1 minute.
Unfortunately, Brigadier General Paul Seydou Tanyi Kulono, Onaya Director General, Ghana Portsmouth. But there's a write up about you, say, Onyoma Papa, or yeah, or Port or no more. You know, I want to just believe, say, write up near the correct endorsement. I trust that at the appropriate time we'll discuss the resetting positive ones out there by Gapoha, Brigadier. Keep it up. Amount for Bekasa, amount for Benyumi, but reset the place and let Ghana be the Onyan Faso. On this note, wow, and I've always said that the Nyamia sister there na a chance to Nyami fan family and then be positive about Mother Ghana. Take care.
Well, 30 seconds now.